Somewhere on this planet right now, a country is at war with itself. In a few years, some of those same soldiers might sit in the same stadium wearing the same jersey, screaming for the same goal. That sounds impossible. It isn't. It has already happened. More than once. And the reason why says something strange about what you actually are. You think of yourself as an individual, a name, a face, a set of memories, but your brain didn't evolve to protect an individual. It evolved to protect a group. For most of human history, survival meant belonging. A person alone didn't last long. A person inside a tribe did. So your brain built a shortcut, us and everyone else. In 1954, psychologist Muzaffar Sharif split ordinary 12-year-old boys into two teams at a summer camp. Within days, without anyone telling them to, they became enemies, insults, sabotage. Two groups invented out of nothing. Then Sharif gave both teams a shared goal, something bigger than either group alone. The hostility didn't just fade, it reversed. The same brain that built the rivalry also held the key to dissolving it. This is where the World Cup enters the story. Not as a game, as a loophole in human nature. Millions of strangers who will never meet, who speak different languages, live different lives, suddenly share a nervous system for 90 minutes. Your heart rate spikes at the same moment as a stranger's 3,000 miles away. You gasp when they gasp. Neuroscientist Robin Dunbar found that shared arousal, chanting and gasping together, releases the same neurochemicals that bond a family or a tribe. The stadium isn't a modern invention. It's an old ritual wearing new clothes. Now stretch that across an entire nation. Multiply the stadium by millions of living rooms, millions of bars, millions of phones held up in city squares. For 1 month, every 4 years, entire countries fall into the same emotional rhythm, joy at the same second, heartbreak at the same second. So what happens when this mechanism collides with an actual war? In 2005, during the Civil War in Ivory Coast, the national team qualified for the World Cup for the first time. Captain Didier Drogba got on his knees, still in uniform, on live television and pleaded for both sides to lay down their weapons for 1 week so the country could celebrate together. Within days, rebel and government forces agreed to a ceasefire. Go back further. In December 1914, soldiers in opposing World War I trenches stopped shooting on Christmas Day. In parts of the front, German and British troops climbed out, exchanged small gifts, and by several accounts played football in the frozen field between them. The war resumed days later. But for one afternoon, the enemy had a face, and the ball made that face familiar. Why does a game do this when negotiations so often fail? Psychologist Henri Tajfel showed that people will favor their own group even when it was assigned completely at random, with no shared history at all. If a meaningless label can create loyalty this fast, imagine what a whole nation cheering the same flag can undo. None of this means football ends wars. It doesn't. The ceasefires were temporary, the trenches refilled once the tournament ended. But that's exactly what makes this so revealing. The truce didn't happen because humans became more peaceful. It happened because the line between us and them moved. The enemy soldier became a teammate in a bigger, temporary tribe called country, and the brain simply followed the new line. This is the trick hiding inside the World Cup. It doesn't unite the world by making people kinder. It unites them by pointing the exact same ancient wiring that creates wars somewhere harmless. A ball, a net, a scoreline. So the next time your chest tightens watching a penalty kick, or your whole body deflates when the ball hits the post instead of the net, understand what's happening. You are running a program older than written history, built to bind you to your tribe and brace you against every other tribe on Earth. For 90 minutes, the World Cup borrows that program and points it somewhere safe. Somewhere on this planet right now, a country is still at war with itself. But somewhere else, in a stadium packed with strangers who have nothing else in common, that same ancient switch is waiting to be flipped. Not because the game changes who people are, because for a little while it changes who they think they're fighting for.